Hello and welcome to Be Powerful with Liz and Lee. It's a new day and we're so glad you're here.
So you can expect to hear candid conversations on what it means to be powerful. Live authentically, live in the midst of ups and downs, productively, and above all else, joyfully.
We are so thankful for you, our community of listeners, and we hope you enjoy today's show. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Lee.
How are you?
I'm happy as I can be. How are you?
Well, I'm really, really good. Why don't you tell me why you're so happy?
Well, first of all, I'm not only happy, but I'm exhausted from lack of sleep because we got really excited. Let's just tell them where we are. We're at the sanctuary in Kiawah, and we are doing a really big, fun event for Bank of America.
Yes, so Bank of America, corporate private bank, asked us to come down here and do the fitness portion. So we are here set up with all our goodies, boutique stuff, clothes, goodies, supplements, smoothies, blah, blah, blah. And you taught class this morning.
I did.
And I'm going to teach class tomorrow.
Yay! No, it was really fun. We you and I got up at 5:15. The class was at 7. We had a lot of setup that we actually thought we would do, but the coordination of the people here helping us has been incredible. So we got there and we had about 37 people in our class and worked out. Then we did a beach walk, with a group of people that we were sort of talking the benefits of walking and the benefits of being on the sand and barefoot and all that. So it was right up our alley with Hilliard City Method. And so now sorry, I'm losing my voice already because I'm not used to getting up and teaching so early.
And you did such a great job. There you go.
Yeah.
And so, we're sitting outside because they're in a session right now. So we have some free time and you might hear the wind whipping in the palms. But
it is gorgeous here.
Who hates that sound?
I know. So anyway, we took this advantage of this time because we got some downtime. We've got a Hilliard City Method shop that you so kindly put up while I was taking a shower a minute ago. And we've got it's just like a little mini Hilliard City Method in this incredible enclosure at the sanctuary. So we're waiting on the masses to come back. And I'll be speaking in about 2:30, which it doesn't matter what time, but anyway, about longevity and staying healthy into your older years, since I'm that older person now.
Since you're the one. Okay, so let's talk about that. When we speak of longevity, what is it of which you speak, Master Jedi?
Master Jedi. Well, longevity, who wants to live a long, unhealthy life, right? So my goal is to live until I die, meaning live to my highest and be healthy and have great relationships, have fun, have the freedom of travel, have the freedom of movement, have the freedom of everything to enjoy life right up until the end. And not to be a bitter end either. I mean, the end does not frighten me. And so what I'm going to speak about are some ways that you can do that and the building blocks it takes to make choices so that you can live a long, productive, happy, successful life.
I love that. And I think that's what we always talk about when it comes to you, why you are such an inspiration is because you're showing that you're not just gonna shut up and sit down and get still and be frail. That no longer is cool.
It's not only not cool, but I love talking to, and you and I are really enjoying our time here because we're talking to the top people at Bank of America. And this is one of the most professional groups of men and women I've been around. And so these are also very type A personalities, driven to succeed. And so I'm excited about finding some real good conversation about what it is for them. I mean, where does that drive get involved or maybe get in the way of your own life and happiness? So my whole job in life is not to put off the joy, is not to put off the things like the spending time with family or friends that mean so much to me. And so we're going to go there, and then we're going to go into really just basic building blocks of health, movement, exercise, nutrition, I'm not going to hit and those to me are boring subjects. These are well, we all know that.
Right.
But let's all see where it actually fits. There is not 4 ways to be healthy into longevity. There's not 8 ways.
And there's not one magic bullet.
Nope. But there is your own individual choice system that says, I will always put myself first and forward. And while that is selfish and sounds selfish and sometimes sounds narcissistic, it is the key to aging healthy and to being available for the people that need you and that you love. So you can call it selfish, and I think you should, because it is selfish, but it's selfless at the same time, because you're giving yourself the health for not your children to take care of you when you get older, for you not to be a burden on your friends, for you not to have your biggest discussion be about your hip surgery, but for you to be a very vital component of life. And that's what I feel like I'm striving every day to do. I don't always accomplish it every day, but every day I strive to thrive. You know, I'm sorry. I just saw Huffington's book, and it's called, what's it called?
Ariana Huffington.
Ariana Huffington. Yeah, we also have a book fair here, and my book's on
book fair.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still in the 4th grade. It's
okay,
a book
I'll
fair.
explain it. They've done a really good job. So they're honoring their top performers, really. So this is a reward type trip for the bankers, and we are in a connections lounge, and it's all about holistic wellness. So Bank of America has partnered with Thrive Global, which is Ariana Huffington's product, her mantra, and they license her programming as far as making connections and sleep and focus as a way to help their bankers stay healthy. There's, a headspace area where people are listening to podcasts and meditations. There's a book nook, is what you're a part of. The book nook.
I like calling it the book fair, though.
I like the book fair. We can call it that. So, again, to see massive corporations who obviously are focused on productivity, focus on holistic wellness is great. And we're really honored to be a portion of this.
Yeah, no kidding. And anything to do with like Huffington Post, right up my alley, right? It's really, I know, exactly. But also, we're just really around such an incredible group of humans. And we've been sort of looking at each other the whole time going, wow, whoa, this is really impressive. The people we're meeting, and these are the people you want to hang around with. You want to hang around with people that make you better. Right. And we're really excited. And if this actually happens, we have caught wind that there is a chance that there is a real superstar going to be in our midst, possibly tomorrow. We don't know that it's going to really happen, but if it does, you're going to hear about it tomorrow, because my dream will come true. I know. And I won't be devastated if it doesn't happen, but I might be a little bit disappointed if you don't get to meet this person. But anyway, so it's
pretty incredible. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, it's just
on what other star beside Liz Hilliard is arriving at the beach.
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful thing that is very simple, even though this is an extravagant way to do it, is just really talking to people outside of your comfort zone to make connections. They call this the connections lounge. And I love that, because you're just around people. Hey, who are you? Where are you from? To take you out of that day to day and really go a little bit deeper. Yeah, no, I know. And that's what we're going to do this afternoon. I'll do a 2:30 talk on, longevity and going a little deeper into yourself in order to find that health and to stay out of the hospital. I always use those terms, but it's just the truth. I don't want to stay out of sickness, out of disease. Realize that not always your doctors and physicians are set up for wellness. They study disease. We've got to advocate ourselves for wellness. And so that's just part of my journey now, going into 70s and hopefully going into 80s and maybe even enjoying 90s and 100. Or I don't know how long people live. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you only live to be 20, you are living every minute to your fullest. So, well, and I think one of the things that we try to focus on is that aspect of resilience, right? Like if you do fall if you you know that you do have the body mass and the balance and the dexterity to recover more quickly.
And we're going to hit those basics, because if you could take away one thing that I was going to say maybe in a little while, it's movement. And movement begets movement. If you say, oh, I have a hurt back or I have issues with movement, then just starting to move through what you've got, and then seeing that you can do it, and that begets the next thing you do. Seeing that when you move your body, you start to feel better mentally, physically, and seeing how, oh, that'll take me to, I'd rather not have the sugary sweet. I would rather have something that makes me feel better, like this movement. So it's the building blocks of movement. And if you're sitting, you're dying. If you're moving, you're thriving. You really are. It comes down as simple as that. So,
right. And we're doing these beach walks, and you and I talked about that 10,000 steps a day kind of benchmark that people use. And, you know, it was a healthy conversation, not even close to a debate, that you said, you know, I don't want one more box to check.
Exactly.
Right?
Do not give me, and not to put people down that this is really helping, but do not give me a pedometer. You know, I'm sorry, don't. Just don't try.
Well, on the other hand, I agree with you. It's kind of like obsessing about the number on the scale. We have so much geared towards productivity and checking the boxes and making sure we eat XYZ or we move ABC and 1, 2, 3, whereas like those should just become more natural habits.
Right.
But it is nice to have things, benchmarks like that.
What is
so 10,000 steps is a lot, and that's like 2,000 steps is a mile, so that's 5 miles. And I know that just walking around the studio teaching classes is not going to get it for me. And I know that being more active throughout the day is a goal that I certainly have.
And those steps can come in your house,
of course. It's just steps. Period.
Steps.
While you're on the phone.
While you're on the phone, or you know, gosh, just get off your chair or your sofa or whatever. However, going back to gadgets, and I don't want a pedometer. Okay, you know what I really do want?
You need a speedometer.
No, do you know what?
An odometer. What?
The thing that's right inside.
Oh, the Aura ring.
The Aura ring.
Okay, they are really
tell them about
gifting hard to their bankers, and Liz is just pretending she's a banker. She just can get herself in anywhere. She just walks around like, oh, free shit everywhere. It must be mine. I'm like, nope, you're the help. You're the help. You're the help. And she's like, no,
not really.
I'm not.
No, it's just
so
fun.
funny.
No, it's
but
fun.
Yeah, the Aura ring.
I'll buy one. I don't care. They don't have to give it to me. I just want one.
You want a device.
I want a device, and you wear this ring, and it tells you your heart rate, I don't even know all the things.
Sleep
but
score.
for some reason, that appeals to me. You know, I want that one. I want the one where you've got the ring, and I would love. Oh, I would hate to know how much sleep we got last night. I mean, we were both up about 80 times because we knew we had to get up at 5, and we were at a cocktail party last night.
Meeting everybody here. I want you to spend more money on this device, and I want you to use it just as you used your
Apple Watch.
How much did you use that?
For about a week there, I was strong with it.
Oh, strong for a week.
Strong for
I
a
don't
week.
think it ever
I remember
worked.
teaching a class, wearing my Apple Watch and going and just getting so confused because I could not look at my Apple Watch. Like I was going, oh my God, I'm burning like 800 calories right now, and I'm doing all these things, and I'm just teaching a class. And then I realized I was getting way distracted. So I took that thing off my wrist and haven't been back on since.
Well, how's the Aura ring going to be any different?
Well, I'm not going to be able to read things on it. It's going to hook up to my phone. Oh, you're right. Anyway, I'm not going to have my phone in my room, and I'm going to have a phone in there. It hooks up to your phone, and then you can find out your heart rate variability, all the sleep and all the things. Anyway, it's the one gadget I want.
Okay. Well, next week's podcast, you'll hear if she gets an Aura ring and how it has ruined my life.
No, you're gonna want one too. You're gonna beg for it.
Well, I don't find them very pretty, and
Well,
my
it's not
hands
about
are
pretty.
like baby hands, small. So we'll see.
Let's talk about your hands. We've got I have like man hands, and yours are like these very little teeny hands. Don't you think?
I don't know.
You got the teeniest little hand. Anyway, I don't think they have any rings like that fit you.
I'm gonna try.
Maybe they have a children's size.
A baby size.
You could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that. So that's going to be, and so we're on our very first day of working here.
Yep. Well, we worked all day yesterday getting it ready.
Yeah. Yes, true. And then we're going to do tomorrow morning. You're going to teach a sculpt flow class at 7 a.m.
That's right.
We're going to take our people on another guided beach walk.
Hey.
And probably both of us will be in the discussion when we talk about the value of strength training tomorrow.
Right. So today we're more longevity focused, and tomorrow we're going to pile on the strength training. Hey, little crow.
I love it. This is my favorite.
Let's talk about the birds lately.
Oh, wow. And speaking of one, there it is. So, I mean, it's sort of like a death bird thing that's going on with me and our friends. Me, you, our friends.
Right.
Let's
so
talk,
it started.
Are we going to talk about the massacre on the front porch?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the massacre on the front porch.
It's a bird massacre. You came in shaking and white.
I have a little thing with birds. I don't know what it is. You think I was pecked to death in my
I think your previous life, your eyes were pecked out while they buried you up to your neck in sand.
And it's not a huge, extreme bird fear, but I am.
No, it is extreme. It's extreme.
But I can't like not function when I'm around a bird.
No, but you run the other way, including really sweet, any bird, these little tiny cute birds.
I would say I'm skittish around birds. Is that fair?
I'd say
more than that.
More than skittish, yeah.
All right, so
you run the other way, so that's more than skittish. Right, you literally run the other way. Okay.
I've never seen you.
Okay,
run
we've been
in.
Where were we in London? We were walking around that
pigeons.
Great pigeon.
Oh,
the pigeons.
God.
You would have thought Dracula was on the hunt for Lee Kennelly. She sees a pigeon and it's like, oh no. As a matter of fact, we were in. Oh, now we just sound like we're bragging. So we are. We were in Rome and we went to a really great. Here's a great story. I'm going to tell this story. We had this restaurant we were going to go to in Rome. It was outside
the Piazza Navona.
It was beautiful. And we had reservations. The minute we walk up, it's all over the place.
Birds.
No, specifically pigeons.
So many.
And you looked at me and you went, absolutely not. We are out of here. Absolutely
it was
not.
Like 4 pigeons per one person.
But then we proceed to find ourselves in this other fabulous restaurant where we had a truffle dish. It was seafood and pasta. Oh, it was just delicious. And I ate all of mine up. And unbeknownst to me, I was allergic to truffles. And because you couldn't sit with the damn pigeons, I had to eat truffles for the first time and get deathly violently ill the day before we got on a plane to come back to America.
Massive food poisoning. When I say massive, I mean massive. You know, in Europe, there's 2 toilets in every room.
No, there's not. There's a bidet.
A toilet and a bidet. Both were overflowing.
And this is when I knew you actually loved me. I mean, I knew you loved me anyway,
Holy
but
shit.
you went in there.
Ooh, no pun intended.
I went in, don't go in there. And you said, I'm going in there, or whatever you did. I don't even know what you did. I was delirious.
Because you don't do sick well.
I don't do sick at all. And I don't throw up at all. Up until then, I've probably thrown up 6-7 times in my life. I do not throw up. And I was massively, violently ill in every orifice of my body.
See, that's the bird's fault.
Yeah, that's all because of your fear of pigeons. This is all because it comes down to your fear of animals, pigeons specifically, that made me have this horrible night.
Well, I'm telling you, that's why they're bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so recently, bird massacre, front porch.
Of my house in Charlotte, right?
Yes, so we're at home, and I see you looking around for your
water.
5th appendage. Oh, your phone's there. We don't have water. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a bird's nest being created and grown on the front porch, like at the top in some little alcove corner. And every time we get near the door, the birdie mommy flies away. Well, then there was an egg that fell out and cracked on the porch, and that was sad.
You thought that was really sad.
And
that was circle of life stuff.
Then things amped up. There was bird shit all over.
But that's no big deal.
The front porch.
And then
I walk out to get your Amazon package of face wash. And there are 3 dead fluffball baby birds strewn across the front porch. One is mangled amongst the doo-doo.
This is not fun.
One looks like a puffball. I can't see his head. There's a beak. He's not moving, like petrified, frozen, dead, frozen. Down the 2 stairs by the gardenia bush is a 3rd, and I freak out. Close the door. Mama bird flies away, flies back, freak out again, tell you there's a massacre on the front porch. The birds are not moving. I finally gained enough strength and courage to grab the package and the birds do not attack me because, of course, they're
They're
dead.
Dead birds do not attack.
No.
That is immoral. Dead birds do not attack.
Now, what the conundrum is
it's
is
not a
that
conundrum.
later
Mhm.
I come home, mangled bird is still there, baby dead bird. The 2 puffball birds are gone.
They were
Gone.
they were learning to fly. They
I'm
were
so
babies.
stressed. I'm
and
so stressed.
the mother, she might have been more like a dragon mother than a bird mother. She was more like, hey, buddies, y'all are popping out of this nest. I'm done with feeding you. And they were sitting there stunned. I'm assuming stunned when you saw them on the porch. And that's why I was like, I'm not in a rush. We had both had to go to the studio. I said, when I get back, whatever's left on the front porch, I'll handle it.
You said circle of life. I'll put the hose pipe.
I did use those terms.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just wash them out. But
Oh God.
at the same time, we had to go to the studio. Came back. The only thing is one dead carcass. I used a shovel. Did the Viking death. I didn't set him on fire, but I did say a little prayer, for him to go. And I just put him in the bushes where he belonged.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the rest had
I
flown
hope
the coop.
The rest are okay.
They
I
flew in
hope
the
they're
coop.
okay.
Now they're out looking for dates to start the whole circle again.
A circle of life to come
Yeah.
attack me.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the meanwhile, one of our friends from the studio, Caroline, was spraying, hosing down, watering.
This all
There's the
happened
word.
within 48 hours.
Yes.
Dead birds.
Day after day. She was watering her backyard, dead baby bird, like hairless, dead baby bird.
Mhm.
Abby, our friend, was driving, bird slammed into her windshield. Alexis is like doing an install at a house, and I couldn't tell what the picture was, a roof.
It's like it had stuck its
Its
head
head.
into the roof and then
Couldn't get out.
Yeah.
And died, like rigor mortis.
Yeah. And then when we were
Okay.
driving down here,
On the way down here, I was not hallucinating. I don't do drugs. I'm
that's for
looking at this one little spot of road. There's all these bulletin boards.
They're called
Billboards.
billboards.
Language. Billboards. One on either side. There are hawks, ravens, large blackbirds with their wings outspread, and they're not moving. And they're on 2 billboards. And I say, whatever you're talking about, I just am like, be quiet. What's happening? Turn around. Help. Look. What's happening? And they wouldn't move. And it was just 2 billboards. And it was not a part of the billboard. One was on sciatica pain, and I saw a copy of it 5 miles down the road, and there were no birds. So
Okay, so what is your point of these birds? What do you think all this birdage is saying to us?
we're about to fly and lift off.
Yeah,
And it's great.
yeah, but some of us are going to die. I mean, Abby, y'all know Abby. Abby was texting us going, she was freaking out about all this stuff, but it's birds.
It's also that syndrome, Bader-Meinhof, where you say something and see something. Because I ran into the studio like, oh my God, there's a bird massacre. And then everybody starts just noticing all the dead birds.
Yeah.
When really it's just springtime, and this is just the way of life.
It is the circle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that's good. We still live. We still live. We still thrive.
We are here.
We are flying. We're having a great time.
Well, when we did get here, we were on a wait list for a restaurant, and they called us 5 minutes before we got
as
here.
we're pulling into the sanctuary, they
were
said,
like,
by the way, we
"You
just
get
got an
a
opening.
room." And then we got an upgraded room.
Oh my God, y'all.
No, we can't even talk about
We
it.
can't even
It's too
talk about
nice.
it. We got upgraded at the sanctuary. The sanctuary is one of the finest resorts around here. We're upgraded to a really nice room.
So I'm going to go with the bird juju.
I am too. It's because
Now, we're outside, so if I get shit on right now.
yeah. No, I don't.
I
Think
don't know
you
what
will.
that'll mean.
I don't think you will. I think you're good. Yeah, I hope that they can hear. We've got the ocean in the background. We've got the breeze. It's gorgeous where we're sitting.
Yeah.
So
No complaints here.
Yeah, no complaints.
Longevity and strength training. There we go, baby.
I know. But honestly, it's just so much fun to be with you and to be me at 70 years old, still doing what I really love to do. And even as I say still, it makes me go, oh, Liz, that sounds old.
Huh.
Meaning just say I'm doing what I love to do.
Right.
Whatever age that is, do what you love to do. Don't give it up because of a certain age. Do it another way if you need to.
Right. I mean, I would imagine that if you were not finding joy or thriving in this situation, you would make a change.
Oh, of
I don't think
course.
you'd stop.
That is the beauty of, well, what it was Liz Moran last week said, we only have there's not an infinite resource of fucks. You run out of them at some point. Well, I know when you run out of them. You definitely run out of them when you turn 60. And at 70, there are no more. So I have no more to give. I have no more fucks to give. And so I loved her point about that, because literally, if I don't want to do it, if it's really making me unhappy, again, sounding selfish, I'm not going to do it. Why am I going to spend negative energy time doing something that is either going to martyr me? It's not going to do any good for me or the people I'm with.
Right.
It's just not. So it takes a minute to learn that. But if you can learn it earlier than me, you're going to have a blast. Because, I mean, life right now for me personally, and I think for you,
For sure.
together, don't we just
Love it.
we waddle around? We don't waddle. We what is it when you just roll in stuff? We just like
Wallow.
we don't waddle.
Waddle.
I'm running out of words. God, I'm going to do a speech in a minute. I can't even speak. Yeah, we wallow in the happiness of it.
Wallow is kind of a negative term too.
It
like
is.
to wallow in the mud.
Okay, what is it when you just want to like roll around and feel joy and happiness all the time? Maybe that's it. We're rolling around in the joy and happiness. Okay?
There's probably a better word.
Yeah.
I did Wordle at
I think
5
we're really
o'clock this morning,
tired.
so I think our brain synapses
need
are a
another
little
nap.
slow.
I took a little small nap at 9. Not 9, at 10:30. That's crazy. I mean, I'm usually like,
Going.
yeah.
It's your prime time.
And
that's all right. It's good to go throw out of the box, wake up and get going.
Mm-hmm. And then we might go to another cocktail party tonight, or we might just not.
I know. I don't know. We need to round up some more people for class tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Now that you're done, you're like,
no.
fuck it. I thought you had no more fucks to give.
No, are you kidding me?
No, I know.
No, it's not. And I want everybody there, and they will have heard this podcast. Plus, we're talking about our podcast too, so hopefully you guys are listening that were with us.
Oh yeah.
While we're
our
down
new Bank
here.
of America banker friends.
Yeah, you
Met
guys,
some incredible people.
So far so amazing, and they are. Yeah, they came to work when they come to work out. There wasn't anybody just going, and I'm just going to sit around and watch.
Right.
I mean, there was 37 people never done Hilliard Student Method except for 2.
Right.
Just like front row, killing it. And I'm going, all right, they brought the game, so let's go. So we threw it. We threw it down. And you can do Sculpt Flow tomorrow.
Yes,
and they're
ma'am.
going, what is that? What is that? Like, you're going to have to show up to find out.
Show up to find out. You never know what we have up our sleeves.
I know. And you're the queen. Lee, you're the one. I've never taught Sculpt Flow. I never will.
I know.
I mean, if somebody like put a gun to me, I'd do it. But I'm not going to do it. It's your thing.
Yeah.
This is your thing.
Well, it's by client request, and it's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little differentiation.
Yeah.
And that's what we do best.
It takes the
Spice it
method
up.
into just body gravity, this movement, the different ways you can move your body to get the best, bang for your buck.
Right.
In any sort of stretch / strength / challenging workout. That's what Sculpt Flow is really good.
It's fun, and that's why we just do it one time
Mm-hmm.
a week, because the method is with weights and push-ups, and
Mm-hmm.
this is why we do this. Is almost just like
you're going to throw in push-ups tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for sure, this group. But at home at the studio, it's
Yeah.
almost like a little reprieve, break,
On
stretch
Wednesday
out,
mornings.
and it's like you kind of let the weights go and pay real attention to just your body,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that helps improve when you pick up the weights the next day.
So if you guys are wherever you are listening, Wednesday mornings in Charlotte at 8:15, Lee teaches her signature class,
Mm-hmm.
and it is Hilliard Student Method Sculpt Flow, and it's nothing but you and your mat,
Mm-hmm.
and you generally don't leave much on the mat. It's like, whoa, that was a lot.
Just some sweat puddles.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'll be doing it with you.
Good.
And I'll have a little mic just so I can say quips during the workout tomorrow. Plus, I can
Can't
get
wait.
out of it if I need to.
Exactly.
I'll go around and correct people when I go, oh, this is getting rough. I'll just go correct.
The teacher cheater.
Yeah. You have to be. That's one of the things.
Got to save your energy for the right times.
When we went on our beach walk this morning, one of the women, what was her name? Deb. She said, how do you talk and do that workout the whole time? Like, it is really a challenge. But also, every teacher has their, and I don't like to call it cheat.
No, it's
We
not.
just know where to take a moment, take a breath, and kind of come out of the intensity of the workout. And I did it this morning, but luckily you were up there doing it and showing it, and I was really kind to you. I kept saying, Lee, show them the modification. Yeah,
I do always like that role.
yeah. So make sure you remember how I did that to you, so you'll do that to me tomorrow.
We'll see.
Yeah. You'll go,
Liz will be showing the
advancement.
advancements.
Yeah. Yeah. But
You're
it's fun.
welcome. It's only 30 minutes.
That's right.
Ah.
So anyway, yeah, so we just wanted to check in because we're here and we wanted to say hello to our peeps that listen to us and
Right.
how excited and honored we are to be with these fabulous Bank of America people in this resort, the sanctuary. It's
amazing.
Just gorgeous.
And that is the thing. We do corporate events. I mean, we're happy to go anywhere in the world to be around people who care about fitness and moving their body and being strong and their performance at work, at home, everywhere, and just spread kind of that community. I mean, Bank of America is a community. Hilliard Studio Method is a community. And so when you combine those, everybody's kind of going after the same thing. It's very, guess what? Powerful.
Be powerful. And and if you're in Charlotte, you've got to come by and see. Hopefully we'll have some of these bags and things left.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we might. I don't know. We've just got we got great gear. Like it's all got Be Powerful Hilliard Studio Method on it, including mats and stuff. And it's just fun to see, for me, to see my logo just so beautifully done. Thank you, Abby Bruggeworth, for doing this great graphic she did with Be Powerful with the Hilliard Studio Method, and it's on all of our hats, our mats, our towels down here.
Love it.
We even have like notebooks and pens.
It's so great.
It's just great.
It's so great.
So anyway, yeah, we do that, and we're just Hilliard on the road. Yeah,
Hilliard on the road. We miss you guys at home. See you soon.
Yeah,
we'll be back by the time you listen to this.
Yes, you will, and then we'll fill you in on our possibility of meeting my all-time hero.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to us today, wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, you can now find our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. If you liked it, please share, rate, and review. We love 5 stars. And we hope you'll work out with us online or in studio at HilliardStudioMethod.com.